USB by Rasha Potter. June 3, 2024. Chapter 1, The Forgotten Device. It started with a simple, unassuming USB drive. Detective Sarah Miller sat at her desk, the glow of her computer screen illuminating her tired eyes. She was deep into the case files of Mark Jeffries, a man executed 5 years ago for a series of brutal murders. Sarah had always felt there was something off about his conviction, and now, with a new tip suggesting his innocence, she found herself diving back into the darkness she thought she had left behind. Her phone buzzed. It was her partner, Detective Jim Collins. "Hey Sarah, you might want to take a look at this." Sarah arrived at the scene a few minutes later. It was a dingy motel room, the kind where the wallpaper peeled off in strips and the smell of mildew hung in the air. A man lay dead on the bed, a look of sheer terror frozen on his face. "What happened here?" Sarah asked, slipping on a pair of gloves. "No signs of forced entry," Jim said. "The guy's name is Mike Sanfors. He was acquitted of a murder charge last year. We found this next to him." He handed Sarah a USB drive, its plastic casing scratched and worn. Sarah frowned. "What's on it?" "We haven't checked yet. Thought you'd want to see it first." Back at the precinct, Sarah plugged the USB into her computer. Files upon files appeared, all named with dates and initials. She clicked on the first one, a video file dated 3 years ago. The screen flickered to life, showing a man she recognized as Mark Jeffries. He looked haggard, his eyes hollow and filled with despair. He spoke directly to the camera. "My name is Mark Jeffries. I was wrongfully accused of murder. They didn't believe me. They never do. But I found a way to get justice. If you're watching this, you've been wronged too. Use this and they will pay." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. She clicked on another file, this one showing a different man, also claiming wrongful accusation. The pattern was clear. Each file was a confession, a plea for justice from beyond the grave. Chapter 2, The Spirit of Vengeance. The USB drive was more than just a collection of files. It was a conduit for revenge. Sarah couldn't deny the mounting evidence. Each video was dated, and in every case, the person mentioned had either died under mysterious circumstances or had vanished without a trace. Sarah's phone buzzed again. It was an unknown number. "Detective Miller," she answered. "You shouldn't have taken it," a raspy voice said. "You shouldn't have taken the USB." "Who is this?" Sarah demanded, but the line went dead. Her heart raced. She felt an overwhelming urge to investigate further, to understand the dark power behind the USB. She returned to the files, opening one labeled with yesterday's date. It was a recent victim, Mike Sanfors. In the video, Sanfors was trembling. "I didn't do it. I swear I didn't. But it doesn't matter. They're coming for me. It's here. The USB, it's cursed. It's Jeffries. He's doing this." The screen went black and Sarah heard a soft whisper, almost a growl. "Justice." Sarah leaned back, her mind racing. The USB drive wasn't just evidence. It was a tool of vengeance driven by the restless spirit of Mark Jeffries. But how could she use it without succumbing to its dark influence? Chapter 3, Unleashing the Curse. Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Days passed and she became increasingly paranoid. Her nights were plagued by nightmares of Jeffries, his hollow eyes staring into her soul. One evening, as she reviewed the case files yet again, her computer screen flickered. A new file appeared on the USB dated today. Sarah's hands trembled as she clicked on it. The video showed a man she didn't recognize. He was in his late 40s, with graying hair and a face marked by worry. "My name is David Keller. I was framed for embezzlement. My life was ruined. I need justice." The video ended abruptly, and Sarah knew what she had to do. She had to find David Keller. With Jim's help, Sarah tracked Keller down to a small apartment on the outskirts of the city. When they arrived, the door was ajar. Inside, they found Keller, sitting at a table with the USB drive plugged into his laptop. "They're coming for me," Keller whispered, his eyes wide with fear. "I didn't do it. I didn't steal that money." Sarah approached him slowly. "David, listen to me. We can help you. But you need to give me the USB." Keller shook his head violently. "No. It's my only chance. It's the only way." Suddenly, the lights flickered and the room grew cold. The whispering started, a cacophony of voices demanding justice. The air grew thick with the presence of something malevolent. "Justice," the voices hissed. Keller screamed, clutching his head. "Make it stop. Please make it stop." Sarah lunged forward, grabbing the USB drive and yanking it from the laptop. The whisper stopped, and the room returned to normal. Keller collapsed, sobbing. Chapter 4: Confronting the Past. Back at the precinct, Sarah and Jim reviewed the footage from Keller's apartment. The whispers were clear on the recording, the voices of the wrongfully accused demanding justice. "We need to put an end to this," Jim said, his face pale. "This USB, it's dangerous." Sarah nodded. "I agree. But we need to understand it first." They dug deeper into Mark Jeffries' past, uncovering details that had been overlooked during his trial. They found evidence that pointed to his innocence, evidence that had been suppressed by corrupt officials. Armed with this new information, Sarah and Jim approached the district attorney, demanding a retrial for Jeffries. The media caught wind of the story, and soon the case was reopened. As the investigation progressed, the USB drive remained silent, as if waiting. Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that Jeffries was watching, waiting for his final vindication. Chapter 5: The Final Act. The retrial was a media sensation. Witnesses came forward, evidence was re-examined, and the truth finally emerged. Mark Jeffries had been innocent all along, framed by a corrupt detective who had since disappeared. The day the verdict was announced, Sarah felt a weight lift from her shoulders. Justice had been served, but at a cost. The USB drive, its purpose fulfilled, began to heat up in her pocket. She pulled it out, watching as it melted away, leaving nothing but a scorch mark on her desk. In the silence that followed, Sarah heard a final whisper. "Thank you." She knew that Mark Jeffries had found peace, but the experience had changed her. She had seen the power of vengeance, the lengths to which a wronged soul would go to seek justice. As she looked out the window at the bustling city below, she wondered how many more were out there, waiting for someone to hear their cries for justice. And she vowed to continue fighting for the truth, no matter where it led her.